it's a recipe for disaster. And so there's like even like the terms leadership. What does that mean? Like, because that's something one I don't really like. I don't care for the term leadership because of so much misunderstanding. People think it means better than, or and then I say it's not better than. It's just a role to be fulfilled amongst many roles in the dynamics of how we're existing together. And so when a person carries that, there's a letting go or a giving up of your own power, so to speak, to this idea and the concept. And so when someone sees someone as a leader, they don't necessarily, sometimes they give up their own self-governing existence and their own independent leadership, where there is a part where you do that, and then a wise leader doesn't take that from you. They give it back to you.
Oh, how
They
beautiful.
point.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yes, a wise leader. So even if you are weak or whatever, or you want to defer to that
Yeah.
leadership, a wise leader gives it back to you. Oh, oh, Abdul Karim, how amazing to hear that.
Yeah, because I've seen circumstances where, and sometimes it happens without people being aware, because a lot of times we're so in the doing mode that we're not even aware of how we're being in our doing, and so we're just do, and we're not of conscious of. I just gave up my, what I say, God-given sovereignty. That we
Hmm.
each individually have God-given sovereignty, and is honoring that in each other, that we can come together. But when we other a person as seeing them as other than the same in that way, that creates separation. And the reality is that we're really interconnected, and separation is an illusion. It's a psychological, it's a veil, as we say in like Sufism. The separation is a veil. And so these dynamics in community, if we allow them, that's a big ownership, that we allow these titles, these perceived powers divide us from the unity that we're actually existing in each moment, and that's what creates the conflict.
Yeah, so I heard you say that, you don't like the word leadership, and it makes total sense to me. And, sometimes I like to use the terminology that's out there because it's really important for people, to connect at some level. But I think, it really is worth saying, for me, I don't like this term leadership because of the connotations of it, because we'd have to spend a whole week trying to work out what do we mean. How much power does that give me? Does it give me
Yes.
power over you, or are you going to give up your power to me?